Om Tat Sat. Welcome to Jyotirmayananda Society. We focus on spirituality, a journey to self realization. Please subscribe for the mystical meanings and to enjoy daily satsang with us. We are currently exploring the scripture, the book Art of Positive Feeling by Swami Jyotirmayananda Ji Maharaj and narrated by myself, Swami Nikhilananda. We are currently studying the secrets of purifying the mind. In leading you to detachment, Satsanga helps you to discover that the spirit within you is the same as the universal spirit, the self, and as such, you are not dependent upon anything for your happiness. Through satsang, you break the chains of psychological dependence on people and objects and gain an internal sense of freedom. This form of detachment brings one to a special integration in his personality, a sense of majesty that is the source of all that is truly wonderful in life. A person who is dependent on the world, whose mind is complexed and filled with illusions, may have many wonderful virtuous qualities, yet there will be other areas of his personality that remain as rough and ragged and jagged as broken glass, and they can be very destructive and harmful to others. One who is bound to the world through attachments invariably experiences bitterness and hatred in direct mathematical proportions to his attachment towards anything that interferes with that attachment. It is the deep seated urge of every soul to affirm that the all pervasive, all encompassing divine self alone exists, that the world is filled to the brim with the existence of God and nothing else. With this affirmation, the soul becomes one with Brahman, just as a patch of blue becomes one with the vast blue sky and a wave becomes one with the ocean. However, due to the limited and complex mind, this longing for attachment to the self becomes perverted into the degrading affliction of raga or attachment to the names and forms of the world. Similarly, it is the deep seated urge of the soul to negate all names and forms, all individualization, all sense of I-ness and mindness. However, again, due to limitations of mind, this longing to push away the entire illusory world of time and space becomes perverted into dvesha klesha, or the urge to be rid of select objects that bring pain to the ego. It is through satsang or association with those who are highly advanced that an aspirant gradually learns to see raga and dvesha in the light of wisdom. As you notice and as you begin to practice the art of detachment, learn to see what happens each time you become happy in a particular situation. You begin to listen to the subtle whispers of illusion and develop a desire. May I have this situation? May I have the company of this particular person or particular object? At first, the glue is not so strong, it doesn't stick much, and you could have walked away from the object. But if your fascination lingers day by day and you continue reminding yourself how wonderful, the glue becomes strong. Eventually, the glue becomes so strong that suddenly you realize you are stuck and can't get free even if you wanted to. Don't let anything of this world stick to you. The objects are not reality. What should stick to you is the awareness that the divine self is the underlying reality of your existence. You should get more and more attached to God and less attached to the objects of the world. To be glued to God, of course, implies understanding and becoming one with your own essential nature. When the full moon casts a lovely reflection in a vessel of water, You look upon from the small vessel to admire the real moon, the source of the reflection shining in the sky. Similarly, each time a wonderful situation, object, or person comes to bring you joy, let your mind turn to the divine self, which is the source of that joy, beauty, and goodness. Your mind should not stop at the object but go beyond. See God shining in everything and everyone, just as you see the moon shining in different reservoirs of water. In this way, you break the illusion that binds you to objects as the source of your happiness. Similarly, each time something painful presents itself, instead of feeling, let me remove that object, get rid of it, destroy it, learn to see the divine plan urging you through the painful situation to become stronger and more enduring so that you can eventually go beyond the fragile ego and discover the imperishable transcendental reality of your personality. Your sense of individuality is only a reflection of the absolute self in the pool of the mental process, like the trembling reflection of the radiant full moon in a small pool of water, like that trembling reflection that is ever disturbed by every fish, frog, and breeze that blows. The reflected self in you is always dependent on the mind and its vicissitudes. Every little thing can shake the spirit within you and make it tremble. Through satsanga, you realize that you are actually the radiant full moon of the self, no longer stuck in the predicament of abiding in a little pool of water, depending upon everything that influences the water from morning to night. You are not confined to your body. You are not confined to a world of time and space. You are Brahman, the Absolute. So transform your personality through integral yoga. As time passes by, you continue to change your external habits, reactions, and values, but you are not transformed. You remain the same person with similar cravings and weaknesses, with similar defects such as irritability, greed, falsehood, and infatuation, etc. An aspirant should not perpetuate his same old personality. He must bring about a transformation in his inner nature. Spiritual understanding is like the philosopher's stone that converts the base metal of human desires into the shining gold of spiritual aspiration. Integration of personality and transformation of your inner life, these are the most important aspects of your spiritual movement. You can accomplish them by following the path of integral yoga, the path wherein you blend all the important elements of the different yogas in your daily life. In other words, there should be a blend of meditation or dhyana, selfless action or karma, devotion or bhakti, and wisdom or jnana in your daily life. Gradually, you will outgrow your temptations, weaknesses, and illusions. You will no longer be like a crow feeding on vanity, but like a swan that soars in the boundless expansion of the self and sports in the lake of spiritual bliss. So let's discuss each of these integral yoga elements. The first is meditation or dhyana yoga. Every day, allow your mind to experience serenity through the practice of concentration and meditation. Relax your mind, give it space to soar beyond the stress of daily life. Although any form of meditation is valuable, devout meditation, meditation on God, with or without form, concrete or abstract, is the most powerful in the project of overcoming mental impurity. As you feel your personality enveloped by divine presence, you will gain a new energy to overcome your defects and promote impressions of purity and peace within your own heart. Silence the restless mind and withdraw the outgoing senses. Through the windows of serenity, you will glimpse the glorious vistas of universal consciousness, and the breeze of freedom blowing into your heart will quench all suffering. With this, we conclude our satsang for today, and we will continue to cover the remaining elements of integral yoga in tomorrow's satsang. Hari Om Tat Sat.